What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another video on the VapeTrainGaming channel. So, I'm specifically making this video for my guild members and stuff like that, and for all the other Albion players out there. Y'all have been missing out on some silver making opportunities that a lot of people don't seem to realize that, yeah, it's kind of a pain to fill the journals, but laborers are definitely worth it. So, whenever it comes down to it, here we are on the Thicc Thigh Thieves, Guild Island, which is our guild island. By the way, if you want to join the guild or whatnot, by all means look us up. I think we're on West server, I think. Yeah, probably. But at the same time, we have almost every single type of labor on the island. So we have additional laborers down in these houses, and then we have a bunch of them in here in the main guild hall. Which, by the way, I am super proud at how well I organized this. Also, if you don't play Albion, recruitment link in the description below, so make sure to come down here. So we're going to go over some of the basics with laborers so that people can actually have an idea of what it is and what they're used here for. So, for example, we have the wood lumberjack laborer right here. If it's set to the right access settings, you'll be able to access these on whatever island you're on, whether it's your island, guild islands, or a friend's island. If it's open up for you, you can use them. They have a journal section where you can buy the journals. So the way the journals work is they fill as you gather or fill as you craft, because we'll go over the different types of laborers in a little bit. But you come in here, you get a lot of these have a very specific aspect. It can be filled by harvesting wood of its tier or up to 2 tiers higher. So if it's a tier 3 book, you can fill the book off of harvesting tier 4, tier 5. So all of that can help fill these journals. Now what these journals do is they turn around and they give you X number of resources from, you know, whatever you're gathering. So let's see, do I have any alrighty, so I have a couple of wood and hide journals. Well, we've got a tier 5, tier 6, and tier 5 on hide. So whenever it comes to a lumberjack, after you've gone out and you have an empty journal in your inventory and you farmed a bunch of hide or a bunch of whatever resource it is your laborers like work with, you come back, you give them the full journal. So I'm going to go ahead and give it this one. And you see it gives you a chance for 0 to 48 of tier, 4.1 and up. It won't go up to 4.4. 4.4 is either only refined at your refining stations, not refined, but changed at your refining stations, or you find it in like world nodes and stuff like that, which are crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in here, and they go off and go harvest some resources for you. So you have a chance to actually get some really good stuff from this. If you're out gathering and stuff on a regular basis or fishing on a regular basis, definitely bring journals with you. Because if you fill them up, you can get them in there and you can get some extra resources and some extra silver off of everything. So it's the same way with the leather worker as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put this tier 5 journal in there. Now, if you notice when I put it in there, it said it was 150% return. That doesn't mean that it's gonna give you those full amounts. It just means it's a higher chance of getting those amounts. Also a higher chance of getting the rare ones. Bear with me, we're still gonna get into this. So, you come in, you find whatever, like let's say you're running around Thetford and you wanna go ahead and get like fiber, hide, and wood, because those are the three main resources around Thetford. Come in, grab a couple of journals. Now, the trophy journals, don't get too excited. The trophies are basically not valuable at all. They're some of the cheapest things that, you can buy to work with laborers. Half the time, you don't even have to send a full journal out for a trophy. You can literally just go buy it from the marketplace for extremely cheap. The trophies affect the happiness and stuff of the laborers, but that's not what we're worried about. You definitely just grab one of the regular journals. Don't grab the generalist or the trophy journals. Don't need those. Those aren't really going to help you much at all. But you go out, you go farming, you'll notice that the books start to fill up. Now, it's not stealing your fame. Like if I go out and I farm a tree and I get like 100 fame from farming the tree, and I have the right book to fill up, it'll put 100 fame, it'll say it gets 100 fame into the book. You're not losing fame, it's just recording it. So keep that in mind. Because I've had a few people be like, oh, well, it's going to be taking the fame. I was like, no, journals don't take your fame. All they do is record the fame that you are, like, earning whenever it comes down to gathering and crafting. But there's 2 other very special types of laborers. So you've got... I find the fishermen's laborers to be extremely special because their journals don't limit you to 2 levels higher than the journal. So you can buy tier 8 fishing journals and just go fishing and fill them up and use them at a tier 8 fishing laborer so that you can get all these tier 8 fish and all this really valuable stuff. So take advantage of it, especially if you're at a low level and your guild has like tier 8 fishermen. Grab some of the tier 8 books. They're only 32,000. Grab a couple of them, go fill those up. You'll probably make well over 600k or more, depending. But at the same time, you also make a lot of money because you have to fish a lot, so you'll have a lot of fish to sell. But you also have the crafting laborers, which are like the tinkerer, the imbuer, and the blacksmith and the fletcher. So those we put down here at the bottom of the guild island. And we're going to go check that out real quick. I know I'm not running around in the best gear or anything like that right now. Don't judge me. I'm just running around in cheap crap. So these are, let's see, those I sent out. Okay, so we got a blacksmith here. So with the blacksmiths, if you're working on leveling up your crafting, go ahead and grab like the same tier of whatever you're crafting in a journal. Now, crafting laborers do not have specialty trophies, so it's kind of hard to get their happiness. So this thing right here is their happiness. It talks about the beds, the table, and then the additional trophies that you put around to boost their happiness so that the return on the journals you send out are a lot better. But that's basically that with those. So it's like, for example, if I was doing a bunch of like crafting a bunch of axes, I would want to go ahead and get journals from the blacksmith. They'll fill up. You, instead of getting back raw resources like the other laborers do, you get back refined resources. So it's even better. So you can get higher tier refined resources back from, you know, turning around just leveling up yourself. You got the fletchers, do the same thing. You got tinkerers, which are for like tool making and stuff like that. So making bags and making capes and tools and everything else. I'm trying to think if there's really anything else I mean, this is just really a basic overview, so if you take advantage of this, fill your journals, go ahead and send out the laborers. Oh, take into account that, like, let's say you're using a guild laborer, like one of the ones on your guild island or on your friend's island or whatnot. The other people that have access to that island do not have access to the resources that the laborers bring back. It actually sits there and holds it in their inventory for you when they return, so that you can just go ahead and pick it back up. Now, other people, when they return, other people can send the laborers out, and you can come and still collect your resources. So don't panic if you're like, oh man, it was supposed to be back, 21 hours ago, and it's not here. It's not there because someone else sent it out. So you can still go grab your resources and continue on with your day. You just won't be able to send that laborer back out until they return. So definitely take advantage of this, folks, best you can. Thicc Thigh Thieves, y'all are beasts. Let's keep on this momentum. At the same time, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Okay, so this little snippet here of me giving you a PSA is probably going to get put in both videos. So guide on general laborers, guide on trying to set up laborers on your home or on your island. I did not cover in either one of the videos the mercenary laborer. Because the mercenary laborer to me doesn't really give any extra return to me. I mean, you could by all means, if you're out fame farming and everything. So the mercenaries, their journals fill by fame from killing things. So if you're out and you're farming and you're, fame farming to level up your weapons, bring a handful of journals with you. You can make a little extra silver. But the amount of return compared to mercenary laborers and the crafting laborers and the gathering laborers is drastically different. Like, I mean, you oh yeah, you might get an extra 100,000 from a tier 8 mercenary, but the fuck? Like, but yeah, that's why I didn't cover them. I will probably never have an island set up with a bunch of mercenaries, because I looked at the numbers. To me, the return is not worth the time, nor the effort, nor the space that I could dedicate to storage, because buying additional storage on your island is insanely expensive. But make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot. And remember, folks, keep on surviving.